Hey everybody, it's Amber in Key West in my office here. You can see that blanket on the chair in the back. That's where my little dog Bucci lies. And sometimes it looks messy. I want to pick it up, but I'm going to leave it there. Anyways, you guys, listen, I wanted to share with you something that I learned yesterday. Actually, it was last night. And it was a weird epiphany, something I'd never thought of, or I don't know, it just came to me in the middle of a meeting. And I wanted to share it with you. And it's about hope. I was in a meeting last night about spiritual principles, and we were talking about hope. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, there's like two forms of hope. There's the hope full of empty promises and wishes, like, oh, I hope I can lose 10 pounds, or I hope I can get there and meet you, or, oh, I hope I win the lottery. That's the obvious one. And those are kind of like abstract, weird forms of hope, almost insincere forms of hope. I'm not quite sure how to label that. But the other form of hope is a form that I experienced in my life, more when I was in not so much, well, sometimes a desperate state, like, when I was trying to get off of drugs and I had a 1-year-old baby daughter and a beautiful husband, well, gorgeous husband, and a great life, and I was hopeless and desperate and on my knees, ready to lose it all, barely hanging on to life myself, contemplating suicide. And before I got the hope, I had desperation. Like I said, I was on my knees. I remember praying on my knees next to my daughter's crib at night while she was sleeping, begging God to help me. Please, God, help me stop using. Please, please. And it was the first time I had really sincerely begged and asked for that. So I was in despair. And lo and behold, I got clean after that. It was 11 years ago, a little over 11 years ago. And I worked very hard on my recovery and spiritual principles and the steps and everything like that. And what I've gained from it is spiritual awakening and an ability to have insight into things that my mind would normally not see. And one of them was hope. After that desperate state, I started getting glimpses of hope, and hope that I could stay clean and I could do it. So that was my first experience with hope. And I had a vision in my mind of the woman I wanted to be. And that woman got further and further away as my addiction progressed, And so we moved forward through the 11 years of recovery. I've had other forms of hope, recently. And this is what was weird. Like, I didn't realize I was experiencing the feeling of hope, but I had a vision, and I have a vision in my mind of the woman that I want to be now. I am the woman that I glimpsed of 11 years ago. I have come into that. But now I have a new vision for myself, and I can close my eyes and I can see myself, helping other people. I have a clear vision of what it is I want. And there's a form of hope within me that I can achieve that, okay? But what I realized last night is that the original form of hope, the God's grace that we're in as we're on our knees or we're having that vision of ourselves, of where we want to go and who we want to be, we have it in our heart and in our mind's eye at the same time. And when they can come together and meet, almost like this, a superpower, a lightning strike within us, that's the beginning, that's the birth of a manifestation. That's when we have the power to create, to co-create our lives as the way we want them. That's when we get the power and we have the power to manifest anything we want in our lives. It's when the vision of our mind and the hope and the grace in our heart come together for our highest good and for the greater good of other people. It's having the intention to help others usually, or help ourselves. And by helping ourselves, we cultivate the gifts that we were born with that we might not see, we might not know about yet. And as we embark on that journey, those gifts start to come to light. They start to come to fruition, and they develop. And they develop through the co-creation, the manifestation, the work that we're going to do, putting one foot in front of the other on our journey to our vision of ourselves, of who we want to be. And that's where I'm at right now, and that's why I'm sharing it. I know you've all been following me, not quite sure what I'm doing, what I'm into. I'm a person who's not afraid to get involved in groups and different cultures. I like to call them cultures. Because people say, oh, you're in a cult. I love that. I love people thinking I'm in a cult. I think it's cool. And I don't think I am, but if I am, it's working, whatever it is. I am in recovery, and some people think that's a cult. Some people think, oh, you're getting brainwashed. Well, let me tell you, when I first got clean, all I wanted was a brainwashing. I would have been happy if somebody would have dunked my brain in a bucket of bleach and shook it out really hard like a mop, and that's kind of what happened. And sometimes brainwashing is not so bad, believe it or not. It's all in how you think of it. You just have to be open-minded, We don't want to be stuck in our old selves. I don't know. I don't. So I wanted to share that little nugget of, I call it, I don't know, maybe it's wisdom, maybe you think I'm crazy. It doesn't really matter what anybody thinks of me. It's none of my business, and I'm going to be good no matter what. So I love you guys. I hope you got some value out of that. If you did, maybe you could comment, let me know. We could have a little conversation about it. And I was glad that it came to me. It was an epiphany. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye.